Bloody Wolf, known in Europe as Battle Rangers, was released in 1988 by Data East. Originally an arcade game, it received a port to the PC Engine, or TurboGrafx-16 as it's also known, in 1989 and retains several of the original's gameplay elements, level designs and enemies. As with most run and gun shoot 'em ups of the era, Bloody Wolf revolves around shooting anything that moves until it's dead. Unlike similar games of the era, like Akari Warriors and Mercs however, it really doesn't take itself seriously at all, but that's not to say it isn't good. In fact, it's bordering on greatness, with the TurboGrafx-16 version actually better than the arcade version in my opinion. The game sees Snake and Eagle, two commandos from the Special Forces group Bloody Wolf, receive orders to attack and destroy the enemy's weapon base, rescue missing friendlies who are MIA, and while they're at it, the President. In the European version, the instructions aren't as complicated at all and simply read, "Save the top urgent crisis of our nation." A total of 8 levels, one more than its arcade counterpart, Bloody War is incredibly fun to play. Imagine every over-the-top 80s or 90s action movie you've ever loved, and then smile as you realise you can actually play out the time-honoured trusted plot of one man waging a campaign to save the day and become the hero. In this single-player game, the arcade version actually has the option of 2 players. Bloody War sees you choosing either Eagle or Snake to begin the side-scrolling over-the-headish mayhem that lies ahead. Armed with a machine gun and knife, you must kill every enemy that approaches, shooting and stabbing your way through. The game can be quite tricky in parts, but thankfully you also have grenades, which can be thrown using the start button. You will even rescue hostages, who've often been holding out on their captors and will give you power-ups for doing so, instead of using them themselves to escape. Towns, jungles, rivers and detention camps all lie ahead of you, and each level is as exciting as the last. You can even shoot people off their motorbikes, and then take them for yourself and squash anyone in your path. In the middle of all this, there's even time to rescue the President. Explosions leave marks on the ground, windows break when you shoot them. Upgrades include everything from a flamethrower to the bazooka. It's safe to say Bloody War lives up to its name, and is incredibly fun, but that's not to say it hasn't got its faults. At times, the game can be a bit frustrating, and this is down to the large hit zone around your player. You'll quickly come to terms with it and just naturally begin moving further and further away from bullets or explosions to do so. But when you are heavily outnumbered and the screen is full of people trying to kill you from various angles, it's the kind of scenario that even Stallone or Schwarzenegger would have issues with. The lack of 2-player option also seems a bit odd, as the arcade had it, but it could just have been down to the system limitations of the TurboGrafx-16 itself. Let none of that take away from this game however, they really got the formula right with this one. Even the often overly dramatic soundtrack blends naturally with the non-stop action of the game, and the mystery of why there are 2 characters available, even though it's a 1-player game, is even solved after you rescue the President, but I'll let you find that out for yourselves. The cheesiness of this game is exactly what makes it. I still laugh at the over-the-top death animations, and thoroughly enjoy the equally over-the-top storyline, even if it would have been easier to just swear in the Vice President. In short, Bloody Wolf is an amazingly fun game that will be enjoyed by anyone that's a fan of the run and gun shooter genre. I am just glad that I found it, and that it's now a game that has no longer passed me by.